Okay, everyone, I'm so excited to be here with Patra, who's been in my Your Clear Calling course. And, when people come in, she's someone who watched some of these videos and she was just telling me about how she was a little bit skeptical, but things have really changed. So I'm curious, Patra, if you could even share what you were struggling with when you signed up for the course and then how quickly you saw changes and what exactly those results were.
I was struggling with connecting joy and a career. My legacy was one where those two things just didn't go together and they were exclusive of each other. So I have found myself to be valuable. I have found value in myself through taking this course. I've also created boundaries where in my value, I can say no because I want my time put into me versus other situations or other people. So that has been an epiphany for me because I've not always trusted my judgment, but I've trusted my judgment going forward, especially talking to other women, um, hearing their voices, and we're all in unison, understanding that we have value. So that has been worth the entire class just to know that I can value myself and not feel guilty about it.
That's amazing. Like that alone, right? No price
Yes.
on put that, right?
It's the foundation
Yeah.
for everything
Yeah.
going.
For sure. And could you share, if you would, I know it's some more personal family stuff, but just even some tangible results that have come out of being in the work together?
Uh, things that would normally have been stumbling blocks, health challenges, um, just situations swirling around me. I have learned through this class to stay above the line of choice. So instead of getting sucked into this miasma of why me, I'm able to separate myself from uh, a frankly a operation where my 12-year-old had to be placed under general anesthesia and things had to be performed within 4 days. So from 0 to 60, I was told, oh, half of your daughter's thyroid needs to be removed because we don't know what that lesion represents. So something that I had been grappling with for 18 months and just really overthinking it because I'm not in control of the lesion that's on her thyroid. But given the information and realizing that I have been a parent to my child, when I was in silence after the declaration was made by the physician, my daughter took over and asked the what, how, when, where, why. And I was silent and I was just dealing with my own emotions, struggling to stay above the line of choice, but I did. And in my silence, my child took control of her health, where I allowed my boundaries to stay in place and I didn't have to do for her and I didn't have to feel for her. I was empathetic, yes, as a parent, but I know that she is a separate entity from me. And I felt that liberty then. And this was right after the course had started, but that was, I think, the first lesson, the line of choice.
Mhm.
And I was able to stay above that and implement it in a very, very scary time of life. So
That's so powerful, Patra. That's so powerful. And then your daughter really came out of that so well, right? Like that was the
he
immediate
did.
after, right? Like so amazing.
Yes. So I had to park my fears and my insecurities and just have that boundary in place where she knew that she was in control of her destiny and of her health. So it was
Amazing.
incredible.
Yeah, that's incredible. And that's the kind of thing too, I think when you come into a course, like you don't know those are the kinds of results you're
No,
going to get. You're
I
like, I want
did.
to figure out my career. But
Right.
really, right? It's your family, it's the things that are really important to you that we also really address in the work, which is, I think, such the foundation of what matters to us,
Yes.
right?
So it wasn't a stumbling block. I had every reason to just freeze. And no, I used the tools that I knew from class one.
That's so powerful, Patra. Thank you so much for sharing that. And would you share a little bit then what it's like to work in the group context and then also with me? What you got out of that? Mhm.
Um, I feel sometimes I feel very insecure and I don't want to voice things. And I've heard all my life, the question you ask, probably everyone else in class has that question. Um, Usually I talk a lot, but it's been wonderful to sit back and listen because yes, the individuals who voice their concerns, I can identify with the majority of the questions that come across in the group. There's all sorts of personalities that present, and I have gleaned things from everyone. And I could be really judgy, frankly. I'm going to be honest. But I have loved being with these women. It doesn't spiral into this into an unhealthy energy. It's a very health promoting energy in the group class. And that's what I like about it. Um, we solve things, and even if they're not solved right away, it's very thought provoking. And then you have homework to apply in just your day in, day out. So that's been wonderful.
That's so awesome. Yeah. And then what do you feel like in terms of working with me, to the degree that you have, like, what would you have to say around that?
Um, I appreciate as a person of color, frankly, to come into a space where I feel seen, I feel heard, and I can, I don't feel othered. So that's a big deal because then I don't feel silenced and I feel that I matter. So
Amazing,
that's
Patra.
compelling for me.
Yeah. Well, I'm so honored to have you working with me. It's just such a gift that, you came in and trusted me and you've trusted the women in this place and this space and have been such a powerful presence for the group. I've really felt that and I've heard that from other people in the course. So thank you. And thank you for sharing so openly with us today. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Thank you.